If you're a painting business owner, then you probably know that your business website shouldn't be just a calling card. It should be, in fact, your number one sales tool. So if it's not, then don't worry. In this video, we're going to run through exactly what makes a great painting business website. And we're going to do that by going through an example together. The reason why you really need to focus on this for your business is that studies say up to 90% of your customers search for your business online, even though they might have heard of you from word of mouth or traditional marketing methods. So if you don't have a really professional online presence, then you're leaving money on the table, and this video is going to show you how to collect that money and put it in your own pockets. So let's jump into it. I've been doing this for 8 years and have helped hundreds of businesses acquire more work more consistently online. You're going to need 4 pages: a home page, a services page, a gallery or case study page, and the final one is your contact us page. The most important and the most complex is your home page. So we're going to focus on that one first, get it out of the way. The reason why you need to focus on your homepage is it's going to get about 80% of your traffic. Some of them won't see anything else. If you can nail your homepage, your conversion rate from browsers to clients is going to skyrocket. Let's break this down part by part. You obviously don't need to follow the exact design, but we're going to look more at the layout. The first section that every website has is a navigation bar. The most important thing about this navigation bar is having a really clear call to action. Call to action is literally just a button that asks them to take an action. And this action should be them to get in contact with you. So this can be either by call or by email. So this website has got both. I typically like to just have one, but they have done it well by differentiating the 2 buttons really clearly. So you've got a get a quote, which is the most important one because it's got the most emphasis with the red around it. And then you've got the phone number. For painters, it is going to be either a phone number or get a quote. Then underneath your menu, you're going to have a hero section. Your hero section is made up of 4 different parts. It should have a really clear title, a subtitle, a call to action, and then some sort of social proof. They've done it really well. They've even included their location, which as a painter, you normally will have a location you're servicing. Definitely include that. They've got Gold Coast Painting and Decorating. If I'm coming looking for painting services, I'm located in the Gold Coast. This title speaks to me, and I would be this business's ideal customer. So that's what you're trying to nail. For painters, this will typically be location service. So Gold Coast painters, Sydney painters, Melbourne painters, London painters, anything like that where it's just really obvious what you do. Then your subtitle should start the layers of trust building. And I talk about layers, and you'll see that as we go through, because you can't make someone trust you just with one section. You've got to keep giving them information that makes them think, oh, okay, these guys are actually probably the best choice. So I really like what they've got here with the 30 years of experience. Then going into a really nicely contrasted call to action. So the red stands out on the background. That's great. You don't want to have plain text over the top of this as your call to action, because it's just going to get lost and people aren't going to be drawn to click it. The next part was the social proof. Now I know for a fact these guys didn't have many reviews, so they opted to have some of their benefits here instead. What I do like to see is the Google logo with 38 5-star reviews or something like that. That's another level of building that trust. So once you've got the header section done, you can move down into the next part, which is where you take them straight to your services. So you want to tell these people exactly what you do very quickly. These guys do residential, commercial, industrial, and specialty finishes. This section always works well if you've got an image of work that you've done, a title, and then a short paragraph just to clarify exactly what you're talking about. There's not really any rocket science here. This format works amazingly, so you can literally just copy and paste this into your own. Then once you've done that, you want to go into another layer of trust building. And I like to put here either credentials if you've got them, or testimonials. The credentials are your expertise, your associations, your licenses. The best one here is proud member of Master Painters Queensland. This is a double whammy. It's a really strong credential, but it's also location specific. So that's like cream of the crop. This is really valuable, which is why that they've then got the logo of this over on the right-hand side. Again, if your credentials has logos or trust marks or anything like that, put them on your website. They'll make a huge difference. But then we're going to move down into benefits. And this is a section where you get to boast about what makes you unique compared to the competitors in your field. I like to keep this to about 4 to 8 in this section, but you can go up to 12. To be honest, I wouldn't go any more than that. They're probably not going to read it. Then if you're locally located, then having a service area is great to have. But realistically, this section isn't necessary. However, it does give you a little bit of a boost to your SEO by commenting on specific areas that you service. You can see here, they've got Gold Coast, Tweed, and Logan. Google's going to read this and then associate your business with those areas, meaning you're going to rank quicker and higher there. I do like the fact that they've got another call to action in this section because it just reminds the person what they're there for. Then this is really a non-negotiable section, which is your FAQs. This is the section where you get to answer people's questions that they normally ask you. You can preempt that part of the conversation by answering it in this section. So yeah, you can have a read through this on your own time. They've got another call to action and then a map. Again, this isn't really necessary. You can just go straight from your FAQs into your footer section. And your footer section, you want to have your logo again and your navigation again. So that's the homepage. And just to summarize, you need to have your menu, your hero section, your services section, credentials or testimonials, your benefits, a frequently asked questions section, and then your footer. They're the critical sections that every painting website should have. Then you've got your remaining pages, and these are quick to go through because you can have these quite simple. Let's start with your services page. On all secondary pages, your header section or your hero section should be smaller than on your home page because you're not going to put as much information in here, and you want to really get the body of your pages higher. On my screen, we can see all of the services before I've even scrolled down. I've got no effort to know what they're doing. The services page is kind of self-explanatory, but there's a couple of elements that you need to really push the needle from an average performing website to an excellent A-grade website. For each of your services, you need to have a title, a paragraph, dot points, and an image. And for bonus points, the image should be of work you've actually done. The pro tip in this is the actual dot points. It's proven that dot points are easier to digest for people than just walls of text. If there's anything you can put into a list, then do that over having a paragraph, and people are going to get the information much easier. And that's really it. The next page that every painter website or tradie website for that matter should have is a gallery or a case study page. Now, I typically prefer to have a gallery page for most painter websites just because it's a lot easier to maintain. The case studies you need to write out and have all the information in there and keep it updating constantly. Whereas the gallery, what works really well is just before and after images. And you can do that for literally every job. Just before you do it, take a shot, go back to the same place once you're finished, take another shot, and then cut it together in this format, and then just have them one after the other. And that will sell your services far better than any writing possibly can. It takes a little while to build up a portfolio of these, but it's going to be the time best spent. You can even use these again for social media. Just have all the images down the page so that they don't have to click anything to load them, and you're good to go. The final page that we need to talk about is the Contact Us, and this is where you literally convert viewers into jobs. I've found the best thing that works is a contact form and just a contact form. The more information that you give them on this page, the less likely they are to perform the action that you want them to take, and that is for them to get in touch with you. The only thing that I could think that you could potentially add to this page is maybe your phone number and email underneath here. But even then, just having a really clear, easy to fill out, you're not asking a million questions about where they're located, what their budget is. Just have name, email address, number, and message. And the send button is really well contrasted with the background. And that's all you need. Then you can go into the footer and you're done. So if you've got those 4 pages, the homepage, services, gallery or case studies, and a contact us page, then you've got a really professional website. Look, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Go and find a website that you like the look of. Make sure it's got those sections that I've talked about, and then just build it out with your branding and your color scheme. So if you've found this video helpful, then please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.